Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2 p.m.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining me here at Audrey's reading area. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys know that I have all these wonderful books that I'll be reading to you guys. Just go ahead over to my YouTube channel and you get to watch a whole lot more videos that I have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the fun and exciting book that I have to read to you guys today is Why? 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 This book, it says, Who is Who? It's written by Lila Pratt. The pictures and the text are by Lila Pratt. Scientific explanations, because there are scientific explanations in this book. That's by Jelka Pognick. And the English translation is by Lily Potpara. Lily Potpara. And this book was first published in Slovenia. And that's why it's been translated to English. Now, in the front, it says, Dear curious friends, some of the answers to the questions in this book are silly. Some are sensible, and some are scientific. Now, those scientific ones are marked by an asterisk. That's the same thing as a star, this little star right here. But I'll be reading you all of them. Feel free to make up some questions, some answers, and some animals of your own. They can be silly or serious, whichever you like. Why? It says Kane Miller, Division of EDC Publishing, by Lila Pratt. Question. Why do hyenas laugh? Why do they laugh? Can you guys guess? It says they have a screw loose because they're childish. This one says, I don't know. This one says it tickles them to walk barefoot on the grass. Now, the scientific reason is because they don't. But when excited or when being attacked, a spotted hyena will make a giggling noise that sounds like a person laughing. Even though hyenas are primarily predators, they kill their own food, that's what that means. They also like other animals' leftovers, such as bones, hooves, and fur. Nice. Next question. Why are zebras striped? Can you guys guess why zebras are striped? I'll read you some of these silly answers. It says they escaped from prison because their mamas are striped too. Because they can't decide whether to be black or white. And one says zebras are horses wearing pajamas. How funny is that one? Now, the scientific reason is the one with the asterisk or the star. Every zebra has a different and unique stripe pattern, just as every person has a different and unique fingerprint. Their stripes can be used to tell them apart, but many scientists believe their stripes also help to confuse predators. Nice, nice. Why do whales spout water? They press the water out of their head. Why do they spout water? Now let's listen to the silly answers first. It's their runny noses. They always have colds. To wash the clouds. You guys have any funny answers? Go ahead and say them. They're watering the seagrass. Or for fun. Now, the scientific reason is whales don't spout water, but from a distance, it might look as if they do. When whales go underwater, they hold their breath. When they come out to the surface of the water, they blow the moist air out their nose, the blowhole on the top of their head. That's their nose. Scientists can sometimes tell the type of whale by the size and the shape of the mist. Interesting. I didn't even know that. Nice. Next question. Why do rhinos, which is short for rhinoceros, why do rhinos have horns on their noses? You guys got a silly answer for me? All right, because I think I got a few silly answers for you. Let's hear them. To follow their noses so they can anchor themselves when they sneeze. So we can grab them if they want to run away. They wouldn't grow anywhere else. That's one of the answers. Now, the scientific reason says rhinoceroses use their horns for fighting and for protection. Some species of rhinos have one horn and some have two. The rhino is not as tough as it looks. Rhinos can't sweat, and their skin doesn't protect them from insects. Wallowing in the mud cools them off and keeps the bugs away. Nice. Next question. Why do camels have humps? Why do camels have humps on their back? Let's see these silly answers first. Because it's better than not having any. They didn't sit up straight when they were little. They aren't humps. They're sand dunes that camels carry across the desert. And one says out of habit. Well, the scientific reason says, oh, there's another funny one to confuse their riders. The scientific answer is camels are perfectly suited to life in the desert. They store fat in their humps for times when the food and water are scarce. The hump is able to provide energy for up to a week. Wow. Nice. Next question. Why do crocodiles cry? Why do they cry? I didn't even know they cried. Let's hear these silly answers. You guys got any silly answers? All right. One silly answer is they're spoiled. How about they're afraid of water? How about they cry when they're sleepy? Because nobody wants to play with them. Okay, the scientific answer is crocodiles are not sad, and they don't really cry, but they do not like to lie in the sun. Their eyes can dry out when they are not in the water, and the tears help to keep their eyes wet and comfortable. Wow. That's interesting, huh? Interesting. Next question. Why do giraffes have long necks? Why do giraffes have long necks? One silly answer is, I have no idea. Another one says, because their bodies are slower. Another silly answer is, they like having their heads in the clouds. Okay, the scientific answer is, thanks to both their long necks and their long tongues, giraffes can eat their favorite thorny acacia leaves, which grow high above the grasslands. Their keen eyesight, you can see very well, together with their height, also makes it easier to spot predators lurking far away. Nice. Why do kangaroos have pouches? Why do kangaroos have pouches, you guys? One says, silly answer, to hide their belly button. One says, just because. One silly answer is to put their toys in it. Another one silly answer says, so they don't lose their babies when they jump. Okay, now the scientific answer is only female kangaroos have pouches. places for their babies to finish growing. When baby kangaroos called joeys are born, they're very tiny, about the size and weight of a jelly bean. A jelly bean. Like, that's tiny. A jelly bean. The joey stays in its mother's pouch, drinking her milk for many months before it's big enough to venture out and eat the plants and grasses that kangaroos enjoy. That grown-up kangaroos enjoy. Wow. I'm learning something with you guys. Question. Why do hippos, short for hippopotamus, why do hippos yawn? Why do hippopotamuses yawn? Now let's hear the silly answers. They're sunning their teeth. One says, who knows? Another one says, so the doctor can check their tonsils. They're bored. They do have some silly answers here. Now, the scientific answer is when hippos open their mouths wide, it looks like they're yawning, but really they're challenging someone to fight. Hippos might seem slow and gentle, but they can be very aggressive, very dangerous, and very fast. They feed mostly at night, coming on land to eat plants and grasses in one night. A hippo can eat up to 100 pounds of grass. I'm going to read that last sentence again. They feed mostly at night, coming on land to eat plants and grasses. In one night, a hippo can eat up to 100 pounds of grass. Wow. Wow. All right. Next question. Why do lions have manes? Why do lions have manes? Let's read the silly answers first. So they aren't mistaken for cows? To show off. To know where their head is. Because they eat the barbers who try to trim their hair. Those are really, really silly, funny answers. Wow. Now, the scientific reason is, let's see, manes help to make lions look bigger, stronger, and scarier. Manes also protect the lion's neck during fights. Only male lions have manes, which start to grow when they're about 2 years old. This is the lion's mane. The lion's mane, all that big hair that goes around like the neck. All right. Next question. Why don't snakes have legs? Why don't snakes have legs? Let's hear the silly answers first. Because they'd hate cutting their toenails. I don't even know if they can reach them, right? So they don't have to play football. Wow. They forget to grow them. So they don't fall down. The silly, silly, silly answers that they have here. Now, the scientific reason is snakes don't need legs. They are able to use their muscles and spine to slide along on their bellies in an S-shaped pattern. Some kinds of snakes do have barely visible vestigial legs. I think I'm saying that wrong. Vestigial, best I can do right now, legs, though, which are non-functioning. Or vestigial legs, which are non-functioning. All right. Next question. Why do walruses have mustaches? Why do they have those mustaches? Mustaches. Let's hear the silly answers first. To tickle babies. To look handsome. To hide their big mouths. They don't know how to shave. That's why. Okay, now the scientific answer is walruses' mustaches, really their whiskers, they come in very handy for them. Walruses spend a lot of time at the bottom of the ocean hunting for mussels and clams. Because it's dark at the bottom, the walruses use their whiskers to comb the mud, gravel, and sand for their food. Wow, I didn't know that about walruses. Interesting. Next question. Why do some monkeys have tails? Why do some monkeys have tails? Now let's hear the silly answers. They look like loose ends. They have a swinging time. To be different. Or to tie themselves to trees on windy days. Those are some silly answers, huh? Now the scientific reason is New World monkeys from Mexico, Central America, and South America have prehensile tails. Tails that can grab and hold things. Old World monkeys living in Asia, the Middle East, and Africa use their tails mostly for balance. Interesting, interesting. They use their tails mostly for balance, to balance themselves. Interesting. Next question. Why do elephants have trunks? Why do elephants have trunks? Now, I'm going to read you the silly answers, and I didn't even look at them yet, and I'm already laughing because I can imagine what they're saying. Trunks. Because they are nosy. To trumpet their goodbyes. To store snot. Gross, right? One says no reason. Now, the scientific reason is an elephant's trunk is its nose, but it does much more than smell. It's also used for drinking, actually blowing water into the mouth. So it sucks it up in its nose and then curls and blows the water into their mouth. It's also used for communicating, feeding, fighting, touching, lifting, greeting, throwing dust, and just about anything else you can think of. It is both strong enough to push down trees and nimble enough to pick up a single piece of straw. Because we all know that elephants don't really have hands. So they use their nose kind of like their hands. So they use it, they suck up the water and they blow the water into their mouth. They use it to eat and everything. How interesting is that? How interesting. So it says, this alligator says, I don't like any of the answers. The end. The end of the book. I was having so much fun reading this book to you guys. I hope you guys had just as much fun as I've had reading it to you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Audrey's Reading Area. And please, 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 like why? Please go on over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Why? Because I love you guys, and I want you guys to be able to see all my fun and exciting videos of me reading books to you guys. So please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much, you guys. See you tomorrow at 2. Tomorrow at 2.